All right, guys, welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. I have a special queen in the background who I am super excited to bring up here, and we're gonna have a conversation. We have Miss Charrisse from Rarely Last. I can't even talk. RHOP. Literally, you can type that in, and all y'all stuff comes up. When I first started reviewing the show, and I didn't know anything about the show, like I was like, "How do I get the pictures?" I'm trying to do my graphics and stuff, and I just typed in just that acronym, and like when I said everything comes up, it is insane. Woo! Welcome, Queen, to my platform. How are you? Beautiful.
I am good. Finally, yay!
Girl. What y'all don't know, this has been a year coming. I just didn't tell anybody about it. But this lady is booked and busy. She's busy. She's busy. And genuinely was telling me we're gonna do it, and just been talking for over a year, and it's just happening now. So I'm super excited to have you here. So first I want to say, and I do when I talk about you, in my shows and with the other ladies, the other content creators, we say that you are the pioneer. And I had to do my research to, understand what they're saying. And they were watching the show and reviewing it before I was, and I agree. Why do you not get that accolade a lot more than you should? Because you are the pioneer. You are. So why don't you get that? Why is that? Why
I
do you
have,
think, maybe I should say?
honestly speaking, I don't know. And I think a lot of it, honestly, has to do with the fact that I personally didn't like go around, saying I did this, I did that. You know what I'm saying? I think that just trying to be my natural self, which I'd like to say I'm a very um modest person, so to speak. So like
Mhm.
coming even into doing the show, it was more so about a group of ladies, not one person. But when you do a show like this, everybody's trying to be a star. I think I was the only one not trying to be a star. I just was trying to have fun with my friends, and escape my real
Yeah.
world that I was living in
Mm.
too. So, but I
Yes.
guess
Yes.
that I would have to say, because I wasn't going around talking about my contribution to it. I just did it. I wasn't looking for nothing in return. It was like a fun project for me more than anything. And, you know, that's the only thing I could say.
Hmm.
I really
Do
don't
you
know.
think? Do you think? Well, do you think that production wanted Karen to be like the head instead of you? Or do you think it just went that
Um,
way because you left for a while?
um, when you do something like this, they want who they want. And that's,
Mm, yeah,
you know,
this is very
for
true.
whatever reason, so maybe. I think Giselle is
Hmm.
probably more like the face of the franchise than
Gotcha.
anybody.
I think Karen really self proclaimed herself to be the Dom. I feel like that. Some people said it was her. Some people said it was the show was cast. I'm sorry,
Yes.
fans. I felt like I always thought she did it. I came in
No, she
late
did.
last couple of years. I saw she did. Oh, she did. Okay, so I was right about
She
that.
did. So Giselle gave her, yeah, initially Giselle gave her this title out of
Mhm.
a joke, and then she took it and ran with it. So
Ah,
yeah,
period. So you
yeah.
think if you would have stayed, do you think you would have been the one that about calling the, well, not the Dom, maybe something else, but the whatever. If you would have stayed the entire time, do you think she would have been able to have this title that she gave herself?
Um, I think it probably would have been a little different, but you know, one will never know. But I think it would have been different. Yeah.
I think it would have been different. I think it'd been different. It's been a lot going on over the summer, coming into this season. I felt like me. I said, look, Charisse was coming out last season with all the things you was talking about with Karen. It's like she does it. I loved it because like people are, when I say they're like afraid to say things. Charisse, you just be like, just matter of fact, like, oh, okay, this is what happened last year. You did this. Do you not remember? Da, da, da. And she never denied any of it. So it has to be true because everything you said, she did not deny. Is she in denial about what happened in y'all past? Because baby, you so matter of fact, you be like, at 2 o'clock up the street, you don't remember? Because remember, the girls don't know. I know what happened. I was like, Charrisse, get her. I'm sorry, because I feel like everyone's scared of her. I do.
Yeah, and
I'm
think
not, but I feel like everyone else is.
I think that production helps her too, because they do cut it up a lot,
Mm.
so they actually help her a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So, yeah, there's a lot of denial going on, and honestly, it somehow I became her storyline. Like
You
it's just
did. You did.
that's it. There's nothing else going on but me and her storyline, and like me
But your
personally,
storyline is more.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they don't allow me to have a storyline because I'm a friend. So I don't really they don't focus on anything in my life. So and then when certain things happen, because I'm a friend of the show, the housewife takes precedence. So like say for example, if she and I
Mm.
get into a argument, they make her look better in the argument to me and cut all my stuff out. But because she's a housewife, I'm just a friend.
Oh wow! I didn't even. Okay,
Yeah.
so your circumstances, it really did touch me for a lot of reasons. Okay, so when you spoke about your past, about your ex and everything else, because you were trying to, in my opinion, help Robin. It was like, hey, big sis, auntie, we're gonna have a conversation. I see this. I've been through this. How did it feel revealing that? Because when you got emotional, I cried. I did, and don't cry for TV shows, but I felt it. I just felt
Yeah,
it when you was talking to
I
her. Like I don't.
I'll say that's the hardest scene I've ever done
Mm,
because I wanted to be my authentic self. I really truly love Robin. We've been friends for 20 years. And when you're friends, I love hard. I love my friends like a blood relative. And when you really care about somebody and they're going, or at least I'm thinking she's going through what I went through. And so for me,
mm.
I'm hurting for her. So I mean, I'm glad, honey, I was crying before she even got there. They cut all that out. I
Oh,
mean, I was a mess going into that scene, but
oh
it was
God.
because honestly, like I went through a difficult period and I wish that on no woman on this earth. And even the woman who took my husband. I don't even want her to feel what I
Mm.
feel. So
Girl,
yeah.
when you describe her, I was dying. Because someone was like the big, and you said, wait, I was like, so if you could briefly tell me, that experience, do you know if he knew you were going to talk about this? Or do you have any knowledge? I'm not sure if you talk or anything, but do you
No,
know, do you know if he knows that you were going to reveal, oh, wow. So you have no idea.
we don't we
Mm,
don't we're not friends like that where we can talk.
mm.
But it's
You should be
my
able to say whatever.
it's my reality.
It is.
It's my reality.
Unfortunately, it
So,
is.
and I just feel I'm not ashamed of anything that's happened in my
Mm,
past. I think that
yes.
those experiences made me a better person today. So, like, if I could go back and change things, I wouldn't change a thing. Everything happened the way exactly how
100%.
it used to.
So for you watching these ladies, especially watching the ladies go through what they're going through, there's so many because y'all go through so much where people saying, "I saw somebody," I'd be like, "Who to even believe?" Girl, every day is something new. Even though
I
you're
guess.
not with him, you sit back and watch it. How do you feel watching this? Saying, "I've been there," and remember back then it was a little different than now. Like if Charrisse, if you're in the store getting a cup of coffee, it's a picture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, how are you being a friend to them? Because your experience, it's still similar. It's just not these days. The camera is more out. The cell phones are
Right.
more out than they were back
Yeah.
then.
You can't do
So
nothing.
how is it being a friend with them? Damn.
It's okay. I mean, in terms of all the stuff that keeps coming out, you're referring
Yeah.
to. I mean,
Yeah.
half the stuff you can't even believe. Because I don't know, these people get a hold of stuff and these people come out of the woodwork saying all these different things. Half of it, with reality TV or any type of uh let's just say entertainment field, you just have people that
Right.
are
Right.
trying to take advantage of situations, and most of it, for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily true. So you just take it with a grain of salt. I choose not to believe the stuff I hear, honestly.
Have the stuff.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, if you
Who
just
are you?
hmm? Okay.
No, keep
I'm
going.
sorry.
Keep going. Would you?
I was just gonna say, just a couple months, somebody was saying I was dating Chris Samuels, like because I'm
Yeah, I
sitting.
did hear that.
Yeah, we live in the same community, and we were at the same restaurant. We have the
Hmm.
same friends. The place ain't but so big around here. And in terms of people that look like us, we all pretty much know each other. So we travel in the same circles in our community, and so he legitimately wanted to apologize for things he has said in the past, and our friends that were there asked me to come and sit down, and I did, and he apologized, and then he started talking about, you know, his love for his wife, and going through divorce.
Mm.
And me being a person who's been through divorce, I'm trying to like give him some divorce advice, particularly because you have children and stuff like that, and they love you and they love their mother, and so make life as positive as possible for your children. And I'm even though Monique and I aren't friends, I was disappointed to
Hmm.
hear that her and Chris weren't together, because it's like another family broken. I'm never team
Yeah.
family divided. I'm just not ever going to be that girl, and I feel for them. I wish they could have worked it out. But then I'm sitting there, and next thing I know, within days, I'm out on a date with Chris Samuels. I'm like, are you kidding me
Girl,
right
I
now?
was like, what? I was
I'm like,
like,
no, 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 no. No
well, people are
way.
saying Chris is looking kind of good right now. They say, because they
Let me
say,
tell
because
you,
Chris is slimmed
like,
down.
he has totally slimmed down. I saw him again in that same restaurant, closed,
Yeah.
and they had their final night, and he came in there and he lost even more weight. And I'm like, whoa,
Oh wow.
he's looking good for Monique.
They
But
look. The women are, like, I love Monique, but I'm telling you, the women are talking about how Chris is looking. I don't know how he can get divorced, and they say he looking real good, baby. It's on the streets. I'm just
well,
saying.
somebody gonna get him. That's for sure.
Somebody is.
Exactly.
So who are you close to out of all the queens on the show? Are you closest to?
Who am I closest to? I'm okay. So I first of all, I get along with pretty much everybody on the show except for one or two.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
but I'm closest with Robin and Giselle. The new
Hmm.
girl, actually, she and I have become very close. I like her.
Okay. I can't say her
Um,
name. I don't want to say her name wrong. How do you say
it's NECA. Was NECA?
Esneka?
It's just
Neka.
well,
Okay. Okay.
just yes. We just say NECA, like NEKA. It's
Okay.
spelled N.
Okay.
So
She's very
like
pretty.
really double N, but it's NECA. She's very nice.
Okay. Hmm.
I think she's a good contribution to the show. It's gonna
Okay.
be
Okay. Interesting season. I already can tell. Baby, when they pulled up Mia up there with her the smaller place, I said, Lord, they're gonna drag poor Mia. Jesus Christ. Because that whole thing is just odd. Like, you've done this before. So the thing about it with all the arguments and the almost fights or whatever, like I'm 47. So like baby, me getting into a fight, it's just, I'm not lying. Mind you, don't think I can't, but baby, I'm gonna try to avoid it because I'm my knee popping right now as we speaking. So I know you about to sit back and be like, dang, I do not want to, but I know you gotta get down. But how do you feel sitting back? Like we're at a certain age, and when you see the drinks and stuff flowing, I know you probably be like, but damn, I don't want to. Do you feel like you should be the referee or the mentor or just I'm gonna be the friend? What position are you in when you're there? Because there'd be a lot going on. I'd be saying, what is she think? I don't know what I would say.
It's
Should
a
I sit
lot.
back?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Trust me. So
Mhm.
I'm glad I haven't been in any physical encounters because I am too old for
Mhm.
that. Okay, but
Yeah,
but I haven't forgotten. I mean, I'm not. I mean,
hundred
I am
percent.
against it, but I'm not gonna be. I
Right.
wouldn't act either. But you
Same.
know, it like one thing about Potomac though in general. Before it was so much fun to do the show. Now it's a little different because the elements have changed. So
Mm.
it's gotten different. So
It's
hopefully
gotten very different.
hopefully
You said hopefully what? Oh,
they can go a little bit back to how it was, to a degree without the 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 violent nature or the toxicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys are a reality TV show, and it's a people of color um show on Bravo. Compared to other, wait, let me ask you this: have you ever watched other reality shows? And I mean, I just ask because everybody's different. Some don't watch it all. Just because you're on the show doesn't mean you
Yeah.
watch them. Do you watch reality TV?
I do. I do watch reality
You do.
TV. Yeah.
So, but you don't see many people of color on these shows. So you guys, I wanted you guys realize that it's a popular show. It's a lot of things. It's messy or whatever, but you
Mhm.
guys still make history. You guys
Mhm.
were one of the first ones when y'all first came out. There wasn't a show. I don't think there was at the time that had that many people of color on a reality show. There really wasn't. So coming out on a show like this, did y'all realize the history that y'all were doing when y'all came out? I'm talking about the very beginning, like before all the girls came. Just you were there in the
Not
beginning. Did y'all realize the history?
No, we didn't even know what we were doing, actually. We didn't even know we were
Uh,
filming housewives. We were just filming an ensemble of women, and they were gonna figure out where they were gonna put it, and then it just so happened that they put it in the housewives category. But, yeah,
how did you even
no.
get recruited with the show?
It's kinda weird. Okay, so for me, when I got contacted, I was referred through a friend of mine, um, who was, like, an event planner here in DC, in the DMV,
Hmm.
actually,
Hmm.
internationally, and he referred me. They actually
Hmm.
referred me for a few people referred me for the DC show, and I
Really?
yeah, they I actually made the cut for that show and decided
Okay.
not to do it. Yeah, I decided not to do it. I
Hmm.
never really It's so funny. I never sought out to do reality TV, and I
Okay.
didn't understand how it works either. So it's like I was doing it for
Okay.
something, not planning on doing it. When they first came to me, I said, because like Potomac is really conservative, and it's a
Okay.
type yeah, like it's a type of place where like when they first asked me, I said, oh, I know I can't do that. I, I do a lot of other things in the community and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I knew that doing this would make people view me differently. So, and plus, my then
Interesting.
husband, I
Mhm.
knew wasn't going to want to be a part of it either. So I said, I'll help you cast
Okay.
it. And that's how I even got involved. And then, as I was helping them with the casting component, I was helping the casting director. You would have thought they were paying me. I was like interviewing people in Starbucks and
Wow.
parties.
So they owe you
I
a
was
check.
having yeah, but I was having a hard time casting it in Potomac. So I said, look, you
Mm.
want me to cast it with people that live outside of Potomac, I can have better luck. And so they said, okay.
Okay.
First person I called was Giselle, and I called Robin because I knew they both were into doing reality TV, were interested in doing reality TV. And then
Okay.
just through, adding on, the other people as well that were on the show. So initially,
Wow.
it was a show kind of with my friend. So it was like, okay, Sharice, we need you to be on it because you're like the glue. And then I was like, I really can't do it. And then I said to my then husband that, guess what? This other show has come and want me to do it. And then he said, well, if you do it, we'll probably get a divorce. And so that's when I was just like, divorce? Like, oh, we there? Okay. Like, so then when he
Wow.
said that, it actually made me want to do it. I had no desire to do it before. And so I just
Okay.
went ahead. Needless to say, I got
What?
divorced.
But what made you want to do it? Even though he said that, what made you want to do it? You
Because
just said,
to me, for you to say if I
mm,
did this, first of all, I had a career of my own that I gave up to support his career. And, we
hmm,
had to uproot and
usual.
move several times for his career. And
Oh,
so for
okay.
me to say I want to do something and your immediate response is, well, we're gonna get
Ah,
a divorce if you do it, tells me that you already thinking about getting a divorce or you've already checked out. Something's not right.
yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the
Some of the water ain't
opportunity
clean.
yeah, see, I had the opportunity before. He told me he didn't want to do it. I told him no. It was simple as that. We could have done the
Mm,
same thing this go round. He could have said, Shrees, I'm not, I'm not for that. I don't want to
Right.
be a part of that. And I would have just, probably said,
Mhm.
okay, like,
Right.
and not done it. But when he said divorce, I was like, oh, so we're in a different
That
place.
makes sense. Mhm. I damn sure did. Well, you know what? I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Oh
That's
my
true.
God.
Exactly.
I hate that that happened,
So,
that you did end up getting divorced. But do you look at it as the best thing that happened to you? Even starting with
uh,
that sounds crazy.
I do. I think that, again, my relationship was already in a space that was headed in that direction. It just would have probably taken a
Mhm.
little longer had I not done the show. And I just think that doing the show just put a fast forward on it, which in my
Okay.
for me, I'm kind of glad because I got a few extra years,
Mm.
instead of being
Yes,
tied to that
ma'am.
person, you know.
Yes. Tell it
It,
again.
it should have
So
ended before it did, but
wow. Right, right, right. And a lot of women don't get that. And I love that you said that you got a lot of your years back. So what made you
yeah.
come back to the show? What made you come back?
I actually, honestly, I do enjoy filming with the ladies. I like there is a fun component, believe it or not. Like I do
Oh, I do
enjoy
believe it. Mhm.
hanging out with them, spending acting silly. I like that part of it,
Mhm. Mhm.
going out,
Mhm.
getting a little tipsy
Yes.
and
Yes.
shit.
Yes, of course.
That's the part I like, you know. Um so I was like, when they asked me to come back, at first I really because I was at a peaceful state in my life because I had, I'm not gonna lie, divorce was very hard for me. And
Yeah.
I went
Mhm.
through depression. I went through all of that. And so
Mhm.
I had just gotten myself, I felt, to a good place. And I was peace, Charisse, everything was great. And then they come
Yeah.
like, we want you to come back. And I'm like, huh? It's just like my piece,
You're like,
I
"What?"
love this piece. And so one of my friends was like, well, what else are you doing? And I'm like, got a point there. So I was like, why
Well,
not? Yeah.
but did you feel like when you came back that maybe some people did not want you to come back?
I'm
When you came
sure.
back, I was happy
Sure.
because
There,
y'all had a kind of it was a little bit of back and forth with you guys about the past. What is it with the past in her? Because even when you was talking, I felt like that Robin was like, yeah, what she's saying is correct. I was, there in the beginning, as you just stated. So
mhm.
I look, but some people were side eyeing her, like, why do they not want Charisse to tell what it is? If that's part of your past, whatever it might be. I mean, I got stuff in my past, we all do. What is the
Mhm.
big deal about her past that she does not want you to say it? If it's a lie, I get it, but I haven't heard a rebuttal. So
Right.
I don't think it's a lie.
I don't, honestly, I don't even, I don't understand Karen. Like,
Mhm.
first of all, I'm being portrayed like I'm trying to be friends with the girl, which is totally incorrect.
You don't even see it. Well, I know what you're saying though. Go ahead.
Yeah, but people think I'm trying to be friends. I'm chasing this friendship that I really
Mhm.
have no care in the world about. But I don't, you know, I know a lot of her old friends that she used to hang out with, and I probably
Mhm.
know things about her that other people don't know, and I think that's where her
Mm.
insecurity comes from when it comes to me. Because like, and I'm good. Like the whole time that we were filming the first 3 seasons that I was on, I never said any of that stuff. I never have any. I never have intention to like throw some jacked up stuff out on Front
Right.
Street.
Mhm.
That's I'm not. I don't tear women down. I don't do that. That's not my mo. But if you come to me with some bullshit, I gotta come
Mhm.
back with something. But I'm gonna come back with the truth.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
can come up
ma'am.
with whatever
Mhm.
lie you want, but I'm gonna come back with the truth. And I think that's where the insecurity lies. But I mean, we'll probably never be friends, and I'm good with that. She's not really a friend girl
Mhm.
anyway. She's on her own
Not
island.
another girl. So not on island. So you said before that you didn't say anything. Was that just you being loyal, or just because you didn't want to turn anybody down, like you said before? Because you said you didn't say anything before.
I mean, she and I were never really friends. I
Okay.
tried to establish. I thought at one point when we first started filming together, um, we we had a lot of commonalities. Like we both had older
Okay.
parents.
Hmm.
Her mom had Alzheimer. My dad had dementia. We're a couple years apart in age. We have a lot of
Right.
similarities. So automatically, I'm thinking we would gel, and because we did have
Hmm.
so much in common. And, you know, but it just didn't work out. It didn't work out like that.
Okay, so look, I lost my father in 2011, unfortunately, and so I do understand losing a parent. I didn't understand the big strife about going to the funeral. I didn't understand
I
when you were
It
saying
makes
I
no
was just trying
sense.
to be your friend, and she got so upset. I really don't understand. I was trying to figure out was I miss. I rewound that scene, the reunion, everything,
And
just to see what am I missing here.
it makes no sense. She makes no sense, really. But what happened was she loses her mom.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to the service. Not one cast member, no one from production, no one from nowhere related
Oh
to the show
wow,
was physically going to
wow.
the service. Being that I had lost my mother already, I knew what that felt like. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to be there to represent the nucleus because nobody else was going. So I drive up to nowhere's land to this service,
Mhm.
and in return, she tries to make it seem like I had ulterior motives. Like what? There was no cameras there. There was nobody there but me from this group. So where was the ulterior motive? So it's just like, stuff like that. Like, you try to be kind and nice to somebody and they don't know how to receive it. She doesn't know how to receive genuine friendship or someone being real. She doesn't get it. Like she's a taker. So therefore, if she can't take from you, which is where we are now, because if I was a housewife, she probably would get along with me. But because I'm just a friend, you know,
Wow.
there's nothing for
You're
her
more than a friend.
for
I
her.
mean,
That's what I'm saying on the
you
show.
literally no. I'm saying you literally you really are very humble. Let me say that you literally created and pulled people together. The main characters are still there to this day.
To this day.
Robin,
Exactly.
Giselle, two main characters. So it confuses me why you're not a friend. You actually were a pioneer and matriarch of the show. I don't consider Karen to be that. I feel it's you. You left for a couple of years. I do understand that. But if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't have Giselle. Because I didn't know the story until you told me just now. So I really look at you like she was a producer in the beginning. Like literally what you were doing producing the show. And if you're in cast for a new show, is being a producer. I don't understand why you don't get more accolades. I'm gonna make sure you do though because it doesn't make any sense to me. I didn't even know the story until you said just now. I'm looking at this show so different. I've been thought that, but I really think it now. I'm so lost. It doesn't make you should toot your own horn a lot more, mama. And because you're very chill, you're very humble, you're very, you know, I'll be very loud. Oh, the show wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, baby. I said every time, I don't care what nobody said. This I created this show. I did. You weren't even there. Girl, but you're not like that. I can tell that you're not like that. You don't move that way. And
Hmm.
they should talk about it a lot more. I don't understand. Not even Bravo. I don't get it. It's weird to me. It's very weird. So this season is going to be exciting. As exciting as the other season. I feel like this season, with the way it came on, it was more like all the drama that happened over the summer. Y'all weren't there. Then now everyone is talking about it from the whole thing with the Robin, and then Paul Ashley for the first time really is not involved with anything. So this thing about it, Ashley was sitting there talking to Robin about everything she went through. But my thing is, I understood where you're coming from because what you went through. Ashley is still married to him, to Michael. I don't understand why she was even there. It's like one of the mentors in the conversation. It did. Why was she there? She's still married to Michael. His name is still on a new house that she just got.
Yeah. No, actually, it's just her name on there. Yeah, it's just her
Oh,
name.
no, she's. Oh, okay. I thought it's just her name on it. Okay, I thought it was his
Initially,
name on there too.
it
But
was supposed to be when she talked about getting the house, he was supposed to be on it, but now
mhm.
that she actually has a house, she said she's just on it. So yeah, she's the only one on it. I think Ashley's role was just because she went through a whole lot of stuff in her marriage.
Okay. Mhm.
Um, and just because actually in real life they're very good friends, you know.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. She's just
yeah.
looking out.
I think the network was really looking for a genuine scene, with genuine friendship, and
Oh.
the,
Okay.
the four of us are actually close. So,
Okay.
um, hence all the fighting and stuff that you see every time the camera comes on. They were trying to show a real side of how we actually.
Mm. Gotcha. I like. No, I like that. How did you feel about? I know they don't talk about that much, but I know last year that Candace husband was involved, Chris, with women saying this and that, and I always sit back and say, be careful what you say about a man's character on TV. And I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna go back to that a little bit there, or whatever. And they spoke about it briefly, and it was a big controversy online. How did you feel?
Mm.
How did you feel about that topic? Because it
Um,
wasn't you involved, but his name was being kind of drug a little bit.
it still is.
Mm,
Personally, I don't like when they break men down, black men. That's I'm I don't like that part of it. I'm never going to even and that's the few things I've said about my ex, but I really didn't want to say anything negative about my ex on the show.
mhm.
Um, or I don't know. I think I just feel like particularly black men, Chris isn't black, but black men in general
Yeah.
get enough, you know? And so
Yes.
I refuse to emasculate black men, period. But in terms of relationships, I think everybody has some craziness going on in their relationship, whether they know it or not. You know,
Right.
there's all
Right. Right.
perfect relationships.
Mhm.
People
Mhm.
having relationships with other people is common. A lot of people don't know about it, but everybody
I,
might want to think,
I
"Oh, my
know.
husband doesn't cheat on me." You just don't
Mhm.
know it.
Mhm.
I mean, or sometime in the past he might have, and you just didn't know. Um, but at the same time, I don't.
I just thought they looking.
I'm not a big supporter of saying that if somebody cheats, you should dispose the marriage either. I don't.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no. I think that these days, honestly, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because more people are fighting for it. And look, I paid a lot of money for my divorce alone, and so sometimes it's like
It is.
you gonna get divorced. There's financial things involved. There's like it's a lot. So
It is.
I don't think nothing wrong with the fact that if you decide to say, look, let's work it out. Let's see what we can
Exactly.
do because kids. I don't think nothing's wrong with that. The first thing you're gonna want to always do is say, you know what, I'm leaving him because your girlfriends who are probably single who are telling you that.
Right.
So just think about it,
Exactly.
you know, before you make that decision.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. I just thought that the way Candace handled it, I thought was well because her husband was being drugged by cast members saying that they were uncomfortable. Giselle said it, Ashley
Oh
said it,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Ashley's
Yeah.
weird friends, the
Yeah. I
Muppet
was.
or whatever.
Yeah. I wasn't. I wasn't a fan of none of
Yeah.
that at
So it's
all.
the same thing you were saying at all. Like dragging a man down is just complete trash. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm embarrassed to say it. I thought Chris was a black girl. I'm telling you, my friend was like,
He
I
seems like
did.
he forget. I always forget.
I thought he was black, and then my friend was like, "Girl, you say he black online?" I said, "Okay." She said he's not black. I said, "It's funny." I did it for years too. I kept saying, he just. I'm from Louisiana, so actually, men that look like Chris, where I'm from, there are men who are black that look just like Chris. Because where I'm from, it's
Exactly.
like it's a lot of that. So when he said it, I was
Right.
like, oh, I thought he was black. Whatever. He fits right in. I swear to God. Oh Lord. So I know you can't tell me in sports. I'm not going to ask you, but I really hope that this season that you get to really the tone that I just said I wanted to be set because you are the matriarch. You started this, and it
Yeah.
gets brushed under a lot. And I don't think you care about it too much, but you have fans that do, and I think that should be in the forefront because she's not the dom. You actually are. I would give a different name for you.
I will not be. I'm not around as much as people think I'm going to be around. I will tell you that. I'm around.
It doesn't matter.
I'll be there.
But you still started it. It doesn't matter. You started.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're there once.
Karen hosts most of this stuff. She hosts. Karen does a lot of hosting because she's supposed to be bringing the group back together. So she's doing a lot of hosting, and when she hosts, she excludes me. So there's a whole big lump where I won't be around.
That is trash. That's why I don't know. That's why you should be the one hosting. I'm gonna need Charrisse to take over and just really flex, because you should flex. You have too much history. They can go through tapes where she wasn't there. Like, you got tapes. So I'm saying it's just too much history. Girl, I'm gonna get her off her throne. I'm sorry if she watches this. I don't care. I'm gonna get her off that throne. It should be Charrisse. Period. Like, to me, what's the intimidation? What is the not for you? Because to me, it's like, if you exclude somebody completely out of a dinner, why? What are you worried about? What are you intimidated about? What's the problem? Because a lot of times you're really chill, Charrisse, even when you're in her presence. I don't see you saying a whole lot or even looking her direction. So I'm confused by that. I don't see you coming there saying, Karen, I'm saying you don't do any of that stuff. You just be, you talk to the other ladies and you engage with them, but you don't engage with her. So it's just very confusing. I don't know. I don't get it. Oh my God, Charrisse, I hope you can. Now look, I say this now. I say this, y'all. I hope she can come back after the reunion, but I'm scared if I say that it'll be next year reunion. But she come back here again. Because the reunion always has so much to talk about, and I would love for you to come on briefly, just kind of to talk about them, because I know the reunion is going to be a 2-part. It's going to be a whole,
maybe 3. We got a lot going.
So anyway,
it's a lot
3?
going.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot going on.
So hopefully, God, we can have Charrisse come back on and talk about the reunion, which is usually like the best part of the season, in my opinion. But Charrisse is humble and she's a queen, and she came on my platform, and so to me, I can just go and die gracefully now. I'm good. So I'm so happy I got to have you come on here, and she's not even feeling well. I feel so bad.
But the thing is, I was like, I'm actually technically not supposed to be doing this interview, but we've been going back and forth so long. I said, I'm just going to do it. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to do it.
I thought about that too. And I was like, well, I'll keep it very carefully, because I didn't know that, but I still know how to do this, because I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, it's a lot
We're good. It's all good. We didn't do anything too crazy.
Yeah, it was fine. I think nothing was crazy,
Okay. I don't want to get that email. I've got emails from my own network before. Trust and believe that. I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't been a lot of producers mad in my day. I have, but not Bravo. But then I just want to say thank you. Shout out to Charrisse. I appreciate you, Mom, for coming on. It's been a wonderful and a pleasure to interview you. I really enjoyed this. That's how I know because I really forgot about the time. That's how I know I enjoyed the interview. So thank you, Mama, for coming on. I do appreciate it so much. And hopefully you come on after the reunion.
Thank you for supporting RHOP, and it's going to be a great season, so stay tuned.
Period. Okay, Mama, with that being said, we are out of here. I will see you guys next time. Bye.